Well, hey everybody. I think it was in Guadalajara when I made the comment that I don't feel I was cultured enough to enjoy a good museum. And while that still might be the case, I found that if I go into a museum that deals with history, you have my attention. I'm locked in for hours. I can spend hours there. It doesn't matter. US history, Mexican history, cavemen, troglodytes, doesn't matter. You've got my attention. So today's video, I'm taking you through the Museo de Antropología. Museo de Antropología, the Museum of Anthropology in Mexico City, right in the middle of Chapultepec Park. But before we check this place out, allow me to step back a little bit and reevaluate why I am doing this. Why am I traveling through Mexico? Why am I vlogging? And originally, I guess it's the same reason. I wanted to show people that Mexico is safe to travel. There's so many beautiful places, affordable places in Mexico to experience the culture. The people are amazing. But the media exploits newspaper sales or viewerships on the news. I have not once felt unsafe here in Mexico. In major metropolises, in Mexico City, I have never felt unsafe. And I guess I feel just as safe here as in any town USA. There are places that are a couple blocks from my home that I would never walk through in the dark. So same thing, the same rules apply here in Mexico. You don't go buy drugs, you don't go walking drunk in the streets. Although there was that one night in Mexico City. I met with some international friends and time got away from us, and pretty soon I looked at my watch and thought, oh my God, it is so late, I need to get home. I've had too much to drink. And what do? Everybody walks out from the party, everybody stands with me out on the street, and it was a good neighborhood. The Uber driver drives up, I get in the car, and they have a word with the Uber driver. That's the way they are here in Mexico. The people are so nice. So yeah, with the money you spend in Cancun, you could take 2 trips through the middle of Mexico where there's so much culture to experience. I don't think, I guess this is a knock on Cancun. It's unfair because I've never been. I'm actually going to be there for the first time next month, but I don't understand. It's so expensive there. You spend so much money and it's really not Mexico. In my opinion, Cancun is Florida. So you might as well just go take a shorter flight to Florida on Cinco de Mayo day and you'll experience just as much culture there as in Cancun. So that's my rant. Sorry for you Cancun lovers. Okay, the Museo de Antropología. I'm ready to take you on a walk through this amazing, world-class, I love this place, museum. It is the best museum ever. So I'm about to enter the Museum of Anthropology. I'm here again at Chapultepec Park. I'm not even sure if little tripods like I have are allowed inside or video, but I'll check it out for you and I'll give you a report afterwards. All right, let's get inside. As I mentioned before, this is my favorite museum. Yes, I enjoyed the Templo Mayor at the Zócalo, but this Museum of Anthropology is on a totally different level. One thing I thought was cool was how the restoration process occurs right in front of you on the floor, and it's not tucked away in some private lab off-site. What I appreciate about this museum is the flow. There are 2 floors. The lower level is dedicated to pre-Hispanic Mexico, and the upper level showcases the more contemporary civilizations. The design takes you indoors and out and will hold the attention of people like me with the shortest attention spans. The cost was 75 pesos. If you want to shoot video, it's an extra 45 more pesos, and they give you this letter, this little card, in case anybody decides to stop you and check to see whether you've purchased your video card or not. Nobody ever does. The museum is closed on Monday, as is the entire Chapultepec Park, and they do not allow tripods, which for me, well, this is personal, I guess. I really want tripods. It allows for more work during post-edit. So I don't know, I'm selfish that way, but I understand why they do not allow tripods. First of all, if I brought in a large tripod, I've been known to trip over a tripod, so it is definitely a trip hazard. And a lot of these places have pristine floors, and a tripod would definitely scuff it up. And while they do not serve alcohol in the museum, people could conceivably come to the museum under the influence, and if they got into a scuffle or if they had an altercation with the police, they could use their tripod as a club. I can see how that could be problematic. So many reasons why tripods are not allowed in this museum as well as others. Now, don't go thinking you've seen the museum through my videos, because there's so much more that I did not shoot. The Museum of Anthropology is a must-see. Go check it out. Don't be afraid of Mexico travel. Don't be afraid to live. But it is an absolute incredible museum, one that you have to check out. Oh, who's calling me now? Oh. Hello? Speaking. I don't speak Spanish, I'm sorry. Hello? She hung up on me.